identify your customers' pain points, and identify your employees' pain points. Your employees will have a lot of things to tell you. It's just you're not there to listen. Identify what are their pain points. And when you're doing the design, the solution design for your customers, for customer experience transformation, get the feedback from the frontliners, especially those who are dealing direct with your customers, like salespeople, business development, key account managers, the frontliners, the desk staff. Bring them on board during the design stage because they know better. They are the one dealing with customers directly.
Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Engati CX. I'm your host, Kimberly, and we're really excited to have all of you join us today. On the show, we talk to CX and technology experts from around the world. We explore, uncover, and share fresh insights on creating experiences that your customers will remember and look forward to. Engati is the world's leading multilingual, no-code digital CX platform available across 15 channels, 53,000 solutions created across 186 countries in every domain and use case. Engati has also been recognized as the top platform by Inc. magazine, Tech World, CIO magazine, and many others. Engati recently also won the Cody 2021 award for being the best AI-driven technology solution. We run the Engati blog, the video channel, the Engati CX podcast, receiving upwards of 500,000 visitors annually. And now for our guest, we have Santhakumaran Atmalingam with us on the show today. He is a customer experience thought leader, keynote speaker, leader for training events in Southeast Asia, with a total number of 2 decades of corporate experience in multiple domains such as property development, telecommunication, international trade exhibition, customer loyalty engagement, and local and global organizations. Sandha has a decade of experience in advertising multinational corporations on customer acquisition, customer engagement strategies, customer insights, and building a lot of customer obsessed culture. Welcome to the show. We're so glad to have you join us today.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Before we dive into our amazing interview with Santa, don't forget to subscribe to Engati and tap the bell icon so that you get access to exclusive content coming from thought leaders from around the world. Well, Santa, before we dive into our first question, thank you for coming on board and actually wanting to share your insight with us. Like your bio clearly mentioned that you are a customer obsessed person. We would really like to know what is the three-legged tool that we've come across in customer experience, or how are these three components really aligned and useful for businesses?
Okay. I'm very passionate about customer experience. I've noticed one thing. I mix around with the global community, and one similarity among all the experts, the CX enthusiasts, is that we are passionate about the work that we do. I think you would have seen during the recent CX Day celebration.
Yes.
It was a big thing throughout the world. So that's amazing. So, okay. So when it comes to managing any business, running any business, there are three main elements, which is people, process, and technology. If you're from manufacturing background, then you'll have plant as well. So plant, people, process, and technology. Otherwise, you're pure service or anything. Normally, we focus on people, process, and technology. So some of the challenges that the industries are facing today is the focus is 80-90% towards the technology. So they're missing the human factor and also the process factor. So that's what I'm going to talk about today.
Of course. So can you really touch upon these three elements and how are they connected to drive and deliver a better outcome in terms of customer experience?
Okay. Let me share with you a slide.
Yes.
Then we'll take it from there. Okay. So any business, we will need to have first the people, customer experience, and you can't expect a group of unhappy employees to create a great customer experience. So it always works hand in hand. I will always stress during my consulting work, let's look into employee experience first, then we go to your customers. I just need to know whether they're happy, or are we on track to create a great experience for your customers. And then we have the three main elements of any business: people, process, and technology. And today, globally, we are talking about digital transformation, digitalization, and everything, overlooking the importance of people and also process. So in my consulting, what I stress is use technology to enable your processes. leverage on technology. There are lots of new technologies which wasn't there the last 10, 15 years. And I always use this analogy in my training and consulting that if your organization is 20 years and older, whoever designed the system, process, technology in your company probably was holding a Nokia 3210 in his hand, and today's Nokia is no more there. So it's high time for you to relook into your processes, leveraging on technology, and also capitalizing on your people. So what we want is our people to leverage on the technology. And when technology is doing most of the work, automation, AI can do a lot of wonders today. Give your people more time to serve your customers, to understand the human factor, to understand your customers' emotions and everything. And from here, ideally, you need a dynamic CRM, an omni-channel CRM portal, which is connecting your employee and also your customers, the employee and your customers, and a platform which gives a 360 degrees to your employees to serve your customers better. Some of the challenges, if you're 15 or 20, I'm not worried so much about the tech companies today because they build their business on a platform. They have a proper UI, UX and everything. Those brick and mortar businesses, 10 years and older, normally they'll have a dinosaur system at the back end, and they try to integrate with the CRM with 2-3 platforms at the back, and somehow the frontliners will, it will take the frontliners like 2-3 days to access to certain information about the customers because it's lying in different platforms. So always give a 360 degrees visual to your employees to create a win-win situation with your customers. Your transformation must help your employees and also your customers. You shouldn't side it very much to your customers alone and your employees are going to have a lot of pain points. You have to strike a balance, find a balance between these two elements. And then integrate with your marketing department. Most of the time, globally, I've noticed CX experts are not talking so much about marketing. Where I come from, very strong marketing. It's high time to integrate your findings, relate back to marketing, so marketing can use it as a strength to capitalize on your brand communications out there, and also integrate with your sales team.
Yes.
And of course, we have customer success team and also integrate with your contact center. So this is the ideal solution that I've come up with. And this is the model I use in my consulting work, which works very well. And what I recommend my clients to do is, first, start from your customer, put your customer in the center of the design, center of the business, then design your processes. Design the processes which in the best interest of your customers and your employees, then bring the technology in. So most of the time, what's happening in the market is they get the technology vendor to drive the innovation. So for me personally, coming from an independent consultant's point of view, I will tell your technology partners will be more interested to market their product and services rather than looking into in the best interest of your customers. So you need to have a clear picture, a clear design, a clear future state journey map that these are the solutions I'm going to provide to my customers, and call your technology vendors in and build a solution for this. Don't give me something from off shelf and ask me to work around the system that you have. So this is the challenging part. Of course, cost is another factor. Any company is looking into budget factor, but then it's high time for you to future-proof your business.
Yes.
It's high time to future-proof your business. Is, let's say you are in a automotive industry. Your buyers are at the age range of 20 to 25. You go backwards 5 years. Where are they today? Who are your buyers today and going to be your buyer in 5 years' time? They will be the teen kids at 15, 16, 17. So study their profile, study their characteristics, study their demography, their psychography and everything. These teenage kids, they don't talk to each other when they're together. They talk through gamification. They will sit in the coffee shop for 2-3 hours, they laugh together, they shout together, but they don't talk to each other. They are communicating through games. And these are the young prospects going to come into the market in 5 years' time and going to turn up to be your customer. And are you ready in terms of technology evolution to welcome them on board? So this is very, when you're designing your solution, design for 10 years ahead, because any technology will last for 10 to 12 years, design 10 years ahead, and you have a midpoint check of 5 years, then another 10 years. So you won't go wrong. When the market is maturing, when your prospects are coming into the market, your future customers are coming into the market, you will be the only organization ready out there to welcome them on board. So you will be ahead of your competitors. So what happened to Nokia back then was, even recently I shared something in my LinkedIn. The CEO was crying that we didn't see this coming. So you don't want to be in that position. So always stay relevant and stay ahead of time and innovate ahead of time.
Yes.
So this is the three-legged solution that I have.
Thank you so much for actually making this infographic for us and actually explaining how things are actually interrelated and are dependent on each other. And actually, with these three things put in place and involving our marketing teams, or involving the customer success teams, actually, we can create a win-win situation for both customer experience and employee experience. So, thank you so much for explaining this to us in a very simple way. You spoke about digital transformation being an important aspect here. Two things from my end here is how has actually businesses been affected with this forced digital transformation that came in because of the pandemic? That's one thing. How have you seen things changed after it being forced on businesses? And the second thing is, hey, you cannot really predict what is going to happen 2 years and what's going to be the status of businesses coming up. But what are the few tips that you could give so that when something like this happens, we're not in a situation where we don't know what to do with our processes and our structures, right? So can you just help us with this situation, with both keeping an aspect, how it has really changed and how we can be in sync with what's going to come up for the next 2022?
Okay. So what's going to come up in the future is, of course, yes, the digitalization. We can't run away from that. We are already in the digitalization era, and of course, the pandemic accelerated that. And you have to identify, look into patterns, What's happening in social media? People are moving towards voice. Yes, we have video conferencing, Zoom, Teams, and everything. But if you notice, people switch off the video and just use the voice element. So I will tell future is the voice. Like Clubhouse is only voice. You don't have to see each other. It's just voice. Before the pandemic, we used to do business via phone, where we don't have to see the customers face to face, right? We don't demand for a video call. It's always just pick up the phone call. And I mean, I've been in business for 20 over years. It's all done through phones. But during this pandemic, suddenly people want to see your face. and now slowly people are going backwards, that I think my voice alone will do. You don't have to see my face, especially when people are working from home. For that half an hour meeting, you have to take shower, you have to dress up with your shirt, tie, and your shorts, sit there just to show the upper part of your body.
Yes.
The trending part is moving towards voice, one thing. Second thing, businesses are being pushed into applications and also mobile phone.
Yes, they are.
If you can't bring your business into a mobile phone interface, you will have a lot of problems in the next 5 years.
Yes, very true.
That's what's trending right now.
Correct. Talking about all these three important things that you spoke about and digital transformation playing an important role, what would be some of your tips on how to create a great CX strategy?
Start with your customer. Talk to your customers. If you're on a brick and mortar business, you have direct access to customers, interview them face to face, call for focus group. Your customers want to see you winning. They want to see you do good. Otherwise, they don't complain. Quietly, they will switch brands. So if they're complaining to you, that means they are still interested to do business with you. All you need to do is listen to them. And if you don't really listen to them, they will talk to your social medias. They'll talk to your social medias. And you must know how to harvest these keywords from social media and to listen to your customers, what they are telling, and identify your customers' pain points when they're dealing with your organization. So technically, what customers are looking for are these 6 things. They're looking for a solution which is easy, which is fast, which is convenient, easy, fast, and convenient. So our mindset has been very much attuned to Zomato and Swiggy in India, right? So I just need to order the food, take out my phone while waiting at the traffic light. I can order my food. By the time I reach home, the delivery boy is in my house. So customers' mindset has been very much attuned into the seamless and so easy and fast and trackable solutions. So suddenly, if your business are still giving them um, paper-based forms to fill up, it's a big turnoff for your customers. And moving forward in the future, you have to digitalize. These are the little things you have to look into along the way. And also the next thing is uh, people are becoming very solution centric. So easy, fast, convenient, trackable. They need to know, customers are no longer interested to call your contact center to find out what's the progress of the application or where's my product. Just give me the visibility in the form of application. Like Lazada's application, I buy something, I don't have to call China to know what happened to my parcel. I just open my app, I know where is it. So they are looking for similar solution for every business. Every deal that you're dealing with, you can be buying a car or property or anything, this is what is running in their mind. Then the next one is highly personalized. Your Lazada app and my Lazada app, Kimberly, will be the same, but what I'm looking for and the content of your Lazada will be completely different. So it's highly personalized for what I'm looking for. And then the last one is predictive. Predict what your customers are going to look for next. Then create that solution and prepare the solution. When they are looking for the solution, you'll be the only one with that solution. So these are the 6 things I will recommend.
Thank you so much, Santa, for actually giving us these 6 things, 6 pointers that we really have to keep in mind while building a good CX strategy. Also, thank you so much for streamlining the CX framework for us, for giving us these 3 important components and also telling us how they play an important role in our strategies. Are there any other sound bites you'd like to leave our audience with?
Talk to your customers. The framework is very simple, the framework that I use. Identify your customers' pain points and identify your employees' pain points. Your employees will have a lot of things to tell you. It's just you're not there to listen. Identify what are their pain points. And when you're doing the design, the solution design for your customers, for customer experience transformation, get the feedback from the frontliners, especially those who are dealing direct with your customers, like salespeople, business development, key account managers, the frontliners, the desk staff. Bring them on board during the design stage because they know better. They are the one dealing with customers directly. They can give you a lot of good inputs. And then look into your management perspective. What are your management's limitations, reservations, and also, of course, budget and everything. Take all these 3 things into consideration. Then your entire team members have to sit and brainstorm and ideate. While doing this ideation is where I do the future proofing. Think about how people are going to do this business in the next 5 years. What are the in thing? What is trending? Identify that trend. Future proof your business. I mean, this is what I did to myself in 5, 6 years back. I'm a corporate trainer, consultant, generic consultant. Then I found a niche. I really specialize in CX, customer experience. That moving forward, if your organization is providing any solutions for your customer, make sure you're the specialist. You know what you're doing. People are not interested to deal with generic solution providers.
So thank you so much, Santa, for giving us your insights, your thoughts, and the way you've explained certain things to us is really very important. Our audience is going to enjoy this interview as much as I did. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me in this talk.
We'll be back again with a new episode and a brand new expert soon. So stay tuned and we'll see you around for the next one.
Okay. Thank you very much.